names.
Well, who knows?
Who knows? Well, there might be some people that actually will like to hear that. So we got Backspace Rogue versus Zoo or Hand. We're going to see that in a second.
If it's a zoo, I don't see Gnimsh winning. If it's a hand, that could definitely work out.
If it's a zoo, it's going to be super tricky. The good thing is for Gnimsh, he actually has the Leopard Gnome. So there is a run drop. That gives him some advantage, or at least a boost against the Zoolog.
And also Deadly Poison.
Yeah. Oh, it's Zoo. That's going to be interesting. Especially the Voidwalker. It's like, here, take my Voidwalker. Or take my Amani. Whatever. It's going to be super annoying early on.
Would you coin out Amani?
Coin out
against the leper?
Well,
I mean, he would clear it with weapon, attack, and then trade his leper in.
Well, I already saw the Voidwalker flying out. So if you took close attention, someone did a cutting mistake there. But let's see if it continues for the game. Yeah, now he got the Voidwalker against him. What would we do? Just weapon up and kill it, I would say.
Yeah.
It's going to be super annoying for eELIah as soon as the Deadly Poison is out. I think he needs to drop... He needs to coin out the Harvest Golem, actually, to have some really good things here. Wow, another Voidwalker for eELIah here in his hand.
I would say... Voidwalker Amani.
Absolutely. Now, as you have it, just drop those two cards. I mean, you burn your coin, but you got your Shattered Sun Cleric next turn on your Amani. That will be 3-4. Yeah, okay, Eviscerate, then he's dead. Before not.
And you need to combo the Evis.
So we got the Amani Berserker and the Voidwalker. Gnimsh can only Deadly Poison up at the moment to actually get rid of those.
Weapon, Deadly Poison.
And now this is so sad. You would like to wait for your next turn to actually go for Deadly Poison and SI7 agent combo, but you cannot just wait.
No way.
And Mukla is rather useless in this matchup. I mean, yeah, you can play him, but then your enemy's like, yeah, bananas. Thank you.
A lot of bananas.
No problem. I got enough creatures. You cannot kill him. What the Backspace Rogue relies on, so you give your enemy the bananas, your enemy plays a creature, you stab it or you kill it with your weapon. He's not even able to use the bananas. That's like your advantage.
Wow.
Yeah, that Amani Berserker is 3-4. He cannot even kill it. So Arcane Golem.
Arcane Golem into it.
5 mana then next turn.
5 mana Zoolog against you with an empty board and no weapon equipped. Yeah, no.
And you cannot even play the Cold Light Oracle. Well, you could, but that hurts yourself more than it does anything else.
And Rage the Berserker and you have no means to clear. Well.
Okay, in this situation, I would actually say...
Go Cold Light.
Cold Light or Arcane Golem, those are your only two viable options.
I'd say
here.
Cold Light. Let him enrage his Berserker, and then you go for an SI play next turn.
Yeah, but then you wouldn't combo your Defias at the moment, so that hurts. I think he goes for the Arcane Golem and just clears the board completely, doesn't care about the mana. But wow, look at the hand. He could drop 3 minions now if he wants to, or 2 at least.
Fiend.
Well, he can still do the combo play for his SI to actually kill the Direwolf Alpha. So that's okay. We're going to see Harvest Golem and Direwolf Alpha flying out for eELIah here. That's a nice board. But he got the Defias Ringleader plus SI7 Agent. South Sea Deckhand plus SI7 Agent.
And
if he wants to.
And trade into... Yeah, have a charge. Definitely. Go for weapon.
But then he cannot SI7 Agent. So...
What? Yeah, he can't SI7, but he can play the Defias.
Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, I like that. I was so stuck with my SI7 agent play that I didn't consider the Defias play. So there are like 2 options.
And he also gets a weapon that can get rid of 1 HP minions. I think that is reasonable.
Well, he could also go Mukla and Defias. That would be crazy. But I like the weapon play actually more. You get 2 2-1s. Okay. He goes for the SI7, so he really doesn't want to go for those... Doomguard. Doomguard with those 2 cards in hand, you can drop 1 card and the Doomguard. That's like so nice. So we see the Young Priestess is able to play, or the Abusive Sergeant, so you could actually consider maybe killing the 3-3.
I think the Young Priestess.
Yeah, Young Priestess, and that would trade the 2-2.
Trade the 2-2,
yeah.
And you could even consider going for the trade with the SI7 agent.
No, the trade with the SI7 agent... Okay, you can trade everything and then you're pretty good. Since you get the buff up,
yeah, exactly.
Especially if the Doomguard would get it, he would be 5-5. It's 5-4, but it's still not going to die. And now you cannot play your Cold Light. Playing your Cold Light now would be okay, The good thing is he can kill the Doomguard, actually.
Yep.
That's like super nice. He kills the Doomguard and he kills the Young Priestess, and it's 2-2 versus 3-3. No hand cards left for eELIAH. That was a nice turnaround for Gnimsh.
We got nice cards now.
Would you Argus or Harvest Golem?
What? I would Argus.
Yeah, and
I mean, you get a 2-3 and a 2-1 out. Get rid of the 3-3. The 2-1 will get traded, but yeah, Gnimsh is taking a lot of damage.
there's still a 2-3 on the board, and he's down to 20 at the moment. So I agree with you. If you get your second Doomguard, you're just bringing him down further and further. That Coblight is... that Coblight is... Yeah. So you could play Mukla, you give him bananas. You play Coblight, you give him cards and more minions. Both plays aren't the best.
Both plays are awful.
I think I like Coblight.
Cold Light is a better option. in my
No,
opinion.
well, I'm not sure. I like Mukla actually more than Coblight.
You do?
Yeah, since, okay, you play Mukla, but he, even with double bananas, he wouldn't be able to kill your minions. He needs a Soulfire, at least. And as we see, there's like the Banana King play. Dropping here on the board. Wow, there's a Shield Bearer that could get bananaed. Won't be, I guess. What was this hand? What else you want to do? Okay, you can just leave it as a meat shield.
Yeah, I would just leave it. Tank for 1 turn. Play your minions.
I like the hand a lot. He has here like Young Priestess additionally. He can just drop his whole hand, get a really gigantic board. He decides to use double bananas, which surprises me a bit. I would have actually gone for Young Priestess and the Shield Bearer together.
He wants to go aggressive onto him.
Yeah, brings him down to 14, so that's pretty cool. And you get a 4-5. 4-5 is good. I would drop the Shield Bearer, absolutely.
Well, he goes for the Young Priestess. And if the Defender of Argus gets healed up, or not healed up, gets buffed up, that's actually really good.
Yeah, but the Shield Bearer, so if it gets buffed up, so a 50-50 chance. Okay, you get your 50-50 chance. Congratulations, sir. Still, I would have liked the Shield Bearer way more. It would make everything safer, in my opinion.
Yeah, what are the options for Gnimsh?
Cold Light Oracle.
He has to, right? I agree.
So he can Cold Light and Eviscerate, for example. If he gets an SI agent, there should be an SI left, if I'm not mistaken.
He played 1. Yeah, I think there should be 1.
He could nuke the phase, just like crazy mode. What does he get? Loot Hoarder and Argent Squire. Well, it's okay. It's a nice army of minions. You can now Cold Blood up, trade with a 4-6 if you want to. You get your Eviscerate plus hero attack on the 2-3, or just attack the 2-1. So it's actually pretty cool what you can do.
Question is,
Kill the 4-6 even.
do you kill the 2-3? No, I wouldn't kill the 4-6.
Would you kill the Harvester maybe and
No, I was considering just going for a rush now.
just going for the face now?
Yeah.
Oh, but you're in danger. Look at your key.
Like kill the 2-1 is fine. I completely agree. But just throw down a Loot Hoarder, Argent Squire, and then go for the face.
Well, 9 damage is nothing you want to lose like this. I'm unsure about this. I would fear the danger. I mean, you're on 6. You gave him 2 cards. That could be Soulfire plus an Abusive, which would be already 12 damage in this situation now. So there's an Abusive already.
Why didn't he play the Argent? Whoa, wow. That was a misplay by Gnimsh.
Well, this is like what I like the most about the time limit. I said that already several times. Some players just think too long, and then it backfires hardcore on
It's
them.
surprising, actually. Gnimsh is not known to make those mistakes.
Okay, we got the Abusive Sergeant, and at the moment, the only thing he can do to survive next turn would be Abusive Sergeant up and trade Mukla, or he goes the risky way, actually, and just plays his Shield Bearer and kills, for example, the 2 other minions. That's a possible thing to do. But there's the Eviscerate, which will be super devastating for you.
Like, Shield Bearer is definite play.
Yeah, Shield Bearer is a must. The only question is, are you going to kill the Mukla or not?
I think you should. If the Backspace Rogue runs out of cards, you win. especially if you keep the taunt up. Problem is the 2 flame imps. Those are risky.
I would only play 1.
Yeah.
Not
I
more.
would not recommend playing 2.
2 is way too risky. 1 is okay. If there is a Leroy, then you would still 6, 8, 9. You would still survive. Now, this is a tough decision if you really want to go for the flame. And okay, we got 1 eviscerated at the moment. He could deal 3 damage in the face.
That's a useless card.
Yeah, that's like super. The Shadow Step is 100%, so he can't play Argent Squire, Shadow Step, Argent
Problem
Squire.
is, he needs to play Argent Squire, eviscerate the Shield Bearer, even though you don't want to, and run into the Flame Imp just to get a card.
That's a goodie. And for example, he top decks a Leroy now. Let's get this. He top decks a Leroy now. He wins the game.
Yeah.
He's just Leroy, Shadow Step, Leroy, GG. Yeah, that's a leper. No.
That's not a Leroy.
Well, that's Gnimsh's signature minion, so no surprise he actually top decked it.
And now, trade into the 2-1.
Now it's only 5 damage on the board. You would at least survive.
Well, not against the Doomguard. Okay, he goes ham.
Even against a Doomguard, yeah, it would be only 10 damage at the moment, and you're in 12, so...
Ah, you're in 12, yeah, exactly, you didn't trade.
Oh, Dark Iron Dwarf, so that's 2 more damage.
7.
He kind of life tap. He actually, sad thing, needs to trade with his stuff on the board instead of attacking. I mean,
I would leave the Argent Squire alive.
I will leave the Argent Squire alive.
Oh, well, no. Then leave, well, if you...
You die to Lyra anyways.
Yeah, you why would you trade?
Well,
Go
maybe...
full ham.
Maybe the Argent Squire into the Leper Gnome.
Why? It's
Just
2 damage regardless.
Yeah, it's 2 damage regardless.
So you can rather deal 2 damage to him. Like, if you kill him now or take the 2 damage next round, it doesn't matter at all.
But Gnimsh feels like, okay, Elia feels like, let's rather trade. Be safe. Don't die to a single charge minion. I mean, if there ain't a Shadow Step, only a charge minion, you would survive. If you clear everything.
You would survive against an Arcane Golem.
You would survive against an Arcane Golem. Leroy
Without the Shadow Step, of course. If he draws an Arcane Golem now, it's over.
Yeah.
15 cards in the like, definitely go for the face.
Yeah, okay. You convinced me on this to go for the face.
I mean, he won't be able to clear the board, and you win next turn. So if he top decks Arcane Golem or Leroy, tough luck.
Well,
if not, you win.
That first game already takes as long as the first 2 games we had from SSEC versus Strife Crew. Okay, what's the top deck for Gnimsh? It's Coplot. Is that enough? With the Shadow Step, he can deal 2 damage. Shadow Step his minion, deal 5. Oh, he can deal 6 damage only. He can. Is that correct? Can he only deal? No.
What?
That should be 9 damage, correct?
It should be 8, right?
I was like, okay, he's down to 7. He plays a Coplot. That's another
8.
5. Yeah, that's 8.
Well, GG.
GG. I was like, okay, Coplot brings her up to 6. No, it brings her up to 5. Well, that's super unlucky. He even gets the Coplot, which is really great for him. I think you kind of need to attack with your Argent Squire, the 2-1, Shadow Step your Argent Squire, and then Coplot your Leper Gnome to clear the 4-4. That would be the safest one, I think.
I think Cold Blood, the Argent Squire, makes more sense. Because you actually keep a 5-1 minion alive.
Yeah, but that 5-1 minion could have killed a 2-1 also.
It's over regardless, like.
Oh, he could have cleared, as I said. If the Argent Squire attacks the 2-1, and then he Shadow Steps the Argent Squire, Cold Bloods his Leper Gnome, trades with the 4-4, he would survive next turn. And maybe draw into a Leroy. That would have been the play, how he survives. Like,
Leroy wouldn't be enough to get lethal.
Oh, he's down to 6, so...
well, it would be down to 7. Yeah, you could have actually played that. Yeah, you're right.
So, and the Leper Gnome would have done 2 damage in the face, so with an Arcane Golem next turn, it would have been perfect. He dies anyway to the Doomguard, but that would have been just the option how he survives, actually,
That's
round.
That's actually true, yep.
So, it's a slight misplay in the end, which didn't make any difference. We can say it like this. It made no difference. Gnimsh loses the first one here against eELIah, which the second one now, and it's going to be Token Druid versus Zulok. No problem, Nunia. That was your fail of the day. You can't do another one.
Yeah, I had a fail yesterday as well. What's wrong?
Yeah, so that's okay. One fail per day
Okay,
doesn't
it's
hurt
nice.
anyone. 2 fails per day get you shot.
Yep. That's how we deal.
That's how we deal with
That's how we
failure
roll
at
over
Take TV. Okay, we get the White Walker for eELIah. It's a great start, but the rest of his hand is actually more than crappy. Wow. Coin Innervate, Valor
Wow.
Teacher. Pretty deceiving play always. And then
I
Power of the Wild,
don't
Power
think
of
it's
the Wild.
deceiving.
Oh.
Well, you see the power overwhelming on the hand.
which will be so... Gnimsh will be like, yeah, Coin Innervate, Valor Teacher, and then Power Overwhelming kill. What? You could wait another turn, or even
Just
2
go for
turns, to go
out.
Coin Innervate, Power of the Wild. Since you got the rest, okay? You
Violet Teacher Power of the World. of
Yeah.
course. Yeah,
So-
I would...
You could also just coin the Power of the Wild. Just like, you don't need to coin Innervate. Just coin 1 Power of the Wild.
Ah, this is... That hurts.
Especially if there's another 1 minion for eELIah. Oh, what is he getting? That's like my biggest question.
I think it was a correct play.
Okay,
Gnimsh did
flame
there.
him! Flame him! Wow, that's so crazy. So he can kill the Violet Teacher and flame him. Damn. That hurts so much for Gnimsh. I want to see the reaction on his face
Yeah,
going
there was
full
no
ham.
reaction.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I was watching him closely and yeah, no reaction at all. Just
So-
seems chilled.
Well, the good thing is he has the Ras, he has a Swipe, double Power of the Wild, so he's still got the options to deal with what a Zulok can do, and the Zulok cannot do a lot, so there needs to be a good redraw. So Abuse of Sergeant, yeah, okay, hero ability. Knife Juggler is okay. First
You
minion.
can't play it.
The question is he actually going to play the Abusive Sergeant? Or might he just go for, let's wait a turn to actually get a combo for my Knife Juggler? And if he waits a turn, that would be so much value for Gnimsh, since he cannot play his Power of the Wild if there is an Abusive Sergeant. Wow, this is... Abusive... This is going to be so nice. You can go Argent Squire and Power of the Wild if you want to. And I would go for one of the Power of the Wilds to make a creature. He was... In a second, like, +1/+1 for Argent Squire.
It's not valuable.
What a misclick. And now he has great minions out. I mean, you can Power of the Wild, and if your shield stays alive, he gets 2/1 minions, so that might get pinged. Okay, Abusive Sergeant. Wow.
Well, he marked it with the Abusive Sergeant, so the Knife Juggler knew where he had to shot.
The good thing is he didn't hit twice. That would be devastating. We got the swipe, so that's pretty cool. He just swipes to the left, kills to the right with his Argent Squire. And for eELIah, we have still 2 Defender of Argus. And he's down to 18.
Elias' draw is awful.
Okay, Soulfire. Yeah, Defender of Argus, Soulfire, lose your second Defender of Argus.
Well, I mean, Gnimsh is down to 2 cards as well. So.
Doomguard. Oh, he cannot Soulfire. He cannot Soulfire.
Don't do it.
Is it because he's a Doomguard?
No.
No. Is this Defender of Argus going away? I was like, Doomguard? That would be like, okay, hit the GG button so hard. Druid of the
Concede
Claw,
immediately.
really nice.
Yeah.
I would taunt it up in this situation. Not charge it in, taunt it up.
Yeah.
There's like, he survives the Doomguard, and 1 Soulfire is gone. 1 Abusive Sergeant already popped.
And
Well, he goes for the cat form. He wants to win. Fast. I would have liked the taunt up a lot. Now the Doomguard can kill. With the Savage Roar, you can kill the Doomguard, at least. That's a goodie, I would say.
well, you will take 5 damage though.
Is he going to... No, he's not going to Doomguard. He just taunts up his minion.
Yep.
Well, that's okay, but that plays into Gnimsh's favor, actually. Since now his minion gets actually some value. Second swipe! And not only the second swipe, he could Power of the Wild again to actually Savage Roar next turn.
I think go for a hero ability. Makes 0 difference. But you keep the Power of the Wild.
I think I would have traded and played the Power of the Wild, and then next turn win with Roar. That was my play.
Oh god damn it, draws in the Soulfire.
Yeah, I think I would have traded. Well, if he draws a Force of Nature now, he wins the game. So there are 2 Forces of Nature for him.
Draws a swipe, that's also game.
Okay,
That's not a
loot
swipe.
Hoarder is good. I mean, you get 2 more cards.
Loot Hoarder, hero ability, face.
Would you Savage Roar the face now?
No, I wouldn't Savage Roar the face.
I would just play the 2 minions, and if he's up for trading, that's cool for you. I mean, he needs to at least trade one, and then you still got your loot hoarder.
He
You
will
can
trade
Savage
both.
Roar.
He will trade both. He has to.
Oh, or he's just like, yeah, Doomguard, I don't care. I'm going to go for the face, but then he's going to lose to Savage Roar.
I mean, Gnimsh is still at effectively 29 HP.
Okay.
You can't just go for a race now with 5 HP yourself.
That looks good for Gnimsh. I mean, even with the Savage Roar, he would bring him down to 2 HP if all minions die. Well, 3. This could be like, if he clears the board with the second Doomguard in
Doesn't
his
matter,
hand.
it's over.
Yeah, it's over. He just wins with the Savage Roar. So that was the right decision to just rush the face here.
I disagree with the life tap though.
It wasn't necessary to life tap. Still, he would have died to the Druid of the Claw Savage Roar.
But
Even in a raid for hero ability on top. So that was really nice for Gnimsh. He just barely manages to win this game with 0 hard Ken cards. I mean, he would have around 2 or 3 more. There's 3 more turns. Well, for Gnimsh actually.
that's really strong.
With an Argent Squire. Argent Squire is already a nice starting hand.
Argent Squire against Rogues is nasty because he needs the weapon and more or less a shift to clear it.
Especially if it's a backspace rogue. I mean, we had already Assasek playing backspace. Maybe Elia. No, Elia is going Miracle. That conceal saves everything.
I have to say I prefer Miracle over Backspace. I think, as we already talked about, the Backspace relies on a really good card draw, and Miracle can work around it with the shifts and the Fan of Knives.
Well, with that hand, you cannot work around anything. So he has some options. He got backstab, which is pretty okay. He has a stab if there is an innervate something. Well, with Fan of Knives, you can wreck the board pretty good. So if there is maybe a Stillness card draw play, next turn, just drop the Stillness for the card draw.
I think it's good to go for a Stillness.
Yeah, then it might just get Fan of Knives.
Oh, he goes aggressive.
Yeah, why not? He has a Defender, the Keeper. It could be risky though. So if we have now a backstab into preparation, whatever spell, and then Van Cleave in Gigantic, and you just dropped your Keeper of the Grove.
Cleave costs 3 mana.
Oh, we're at
and
turn
he already
2.
used the coin.
I was like, okay, I was like at turn 3 already in my head.
Happens to everyone, Ollie.
Now we're at turn 2. So what can he do now to clear the board? Nothing, actually.
Nope.
He could just set it up for turn 3 with backstab weapon attack.
I think.
I like it, actually. Just backstab weapon attack, weapon up again. Oh, Gnimsh is showing us his cool cards he got at the Millennium Cup, if I'm not mistaken.
Druid.
Yeah, he got some cool Hearthstone cards from there. Actually, some real cards.
That looks awesome.
He sets up for the Fan of Knives. I like that play a lot. Well, is he just going to drop the Big Game Hunter here? I mean, you know he sets up for the Fan of Knives. Everything else makes no sense. So dropping the Game Hunter would be a bit...
Yeah, but it only has 2 HP. I prefer the hero ability, to be honest.
Yeah, as I said, the Big Game Hunter wouldn't be okay. The Soundness for card draw, I would have liked that.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. You got the swipe, wow, congratulations, but you need cards. You need a turn 4 drop, you need a turn 5 drop. At the moment, it's just like, yeah, not so optimum. Fan of Knives into card draw. See what you get. Hope for an Auctioneer. Since, wow, hope for an Auctioneer. But he cannot play it before turn 6.
He needs to conceal it. Or bait the swipe, but how would he bait the swipe? There's just no option right now. Yeah,
okay.
No value. Oh, Argent Squire, Big Game Hunter.
Argent Squire, Big Game Hunter. Well, at least Argent Squire. Big Game Hunter is still questionable. Especially if he just goes Deadly Poison, SI7 Agent, Sinister Strike, SI7 Agent. There are like some good turn 4 plays you can do to punish that Big Game Hunter play with an SI.
If he runs the new Sinister version. A lot of people switched one of the Cold Bloods for Sinister Strike, and it works out because you can combo so well.
Yeah, some just play Forsen's version with 2 Sinister Strikes. We don't know what Elia is doing here, so that could be the average version. That could be also the version with an Arcane Golem.
That's interesting.
I wanted to say maybe he has no Leroy, but he for sure has a Leroy. He's playing that game long enough. I think he's just playing the Arcane Golem to have another kill option, which is really interesting, I have to admit. Okay, what would you do now? So we could go for the Blade Flurry weapon up kill. That would clear the board.
Yep.
Or
I think that's the best.
yeah.
But he's dropping lower and lower.
My other plays are not cool. So the only thing you can do is, in my opinion, if you want to clear the board, Blade Flurry plus weapon up and
I
attack
think.
again.
Yep. He was 1 mana short of my play. I wanted to throw out the SI.
Yeah, I
That
know.
wasn't possible.
If he attacks first and
That's bad. If he attacks first.
Yeah, so
that's a misplay.
So he destroys his weapon at the moment. He should do it the other way around, and he would have kept the weapon with 1 attack. So that wasn't optimum for eELiah. Let's see if that actually is a reason later on for maybe not so optimum plays. So those are like the things where we say later on, wow, that was so bad, since it turned out not so cool. So there's the Auctioneer plus double conceal. So from turn 6 on, this will go totally crazy.
Double conceal even. That's interesting deck list he's playing.
He could sap. He could just Arcane Golem. If he knew Gnimsh's card, if I knew what Gnimsh has in his hand, I would actually go for the Arcane Golem. Okay, he could anyways Arcane Golem and conceal. And then next turn, Auctioneer conceal. So he could deal 8 damage with his Arcane, 12 damage in total before that Arcane Golem actually dies. You give him 1 mana now. He could also go Auctioneer Shadow Step. Draw a card.
No, I don't like that at all.
You don't like that, but you don't have Leroy in your hand.
Still, you have an Arcane Golem, you have some options. Sap SI is the best play in my opinion.
I like the Arcane Golem Conceal a lot. That's pretty cool.
You give him more mana
to
throw at you. It's like a free wild growth. In return, you get 4 damage.
If he plays the Auctioneer, he needs to Shadow Stab it. That would have been really crazy if he doesn't. Another Shadow Stab in his hand now, so that's actually a good thing. Yeah. And for Gnimsh, well, Harvest Golem. Okay, follow up. He could actually Harvest Golem plus Big Game Hunter. If he Harvest Golems and Big Game Hunter, he forces eELiah to play his SI7 agent.
eELiah did Blade Fury already. Like, why wouldn't he go for the play? Oh, what? Wants card draw.
He wants card draw. He needs card draw. I can understand why he plays it into another Wrath. Well, that's
he's not gonna play that one.
No, he's gonna drop the Harvest Golem and just bring him down lower and lower. I mean, your enemy is down to 15 now in the second, and you got 2/2 attack minutes on the board. So it's
and swipe on your hand.
That's looking super okay for you. Still, the next turn for eELiah will be so good. So there we could have Auctioneer, Sap, Conceal. For example. Auctioneer, Coldblood, Conceal. For example, too. I like actually the Auctioneer, Sap, Conceal. Or Auctioneer Conceal, see what you get for a spell.
Auctioneer Conceal is the best.
Yeah.
And then see what else you're going to play.
If you get a Shiv, then definitely Shiv. If you get a Preparation, first Preparation, and then play anything. First of all, Auctioneer Conceal. That's what I like the most. And then you still have 2 mana to do something. What's the first card? A Shiv. So that's going to be 2 more cards if he actually pops it.
Shift to the face.
Shift to the face or shift on the Keeper of the Grove, for example?
Face.
Since next turn you could go for a Sap onto the Harvest Golem followed up by SI7 Agent.
Turn 9 is your deadline. Shift to the face.
Yeah, but that 1 damage makes no great difference, in my opinion.
We saw games where people survive with 1 HP.
Absolutely. I think before I would play the Coldblood, I like the shift play more. Yeah, that's like... No, big dislikes on this play. Double shift for eELiah now.
Why? Like, what?
Yeah, you could have played it next turn also.
Like I don't get it. Why would you waste 1 mana?
If you had enough mana for actually Sap, SI, Deadly Coldblood, and the Conceal, so you could have done that rotation anyways.
Huh.
Oh, he decided to go for it, and he can deal 8 damage now. Bring him down to 7.
Yeah, we'll see. Still disagree. But how is Gnimsh gonna react? Would you play a taunt now?
Nah, I would charge in his face, I think. Even with the 8 for Auctioneer. So, yeah. He has Leroy, Shadow Step, Leroy, another Cold Blood. That would be 24 damage at the moment. 16 plus the 8 with Leroy, Shadow Step, Leroy, and a Cold Blood.
24, so even prep this wouldn't kill him.
Yep. Absolutely correct.
Then go charge.
Yeah, just go charge. With your ability, you actually deal 9 damage. He's down to 6. You got a swipe. You could bring him down to 1 HP. And the good thing is, Elia needs to clear everything now.
Or die.
Yeah, or die. If one minion stays alive, he's actually doomed. Okay, that one is a goodie. He could go for... Yeah, he could go for a shift, but I would have done that before already. I think sap... the best thing to stay alive is actually sapping the harvest.
Yeah.
Play your SI, Shadow Step your SI, kill the 4-4, trade with a 2-3, and in the end... Okay, I hope that's an arrow misdirection, but why would you sap the 4-4 minion?
That makes absolutely no sense.
No, that's like... Okay, here, take another 4 damage. Yeah, that
What?
That makes no sense. Even if he has a roar, he just gives him the option to roar.
Roar is insta-kill.
Yeah, so I'm confused. Seriously confused.
Like, I mean, yeah. Well,
Okay, you got Earthen Ring Farseer, Shadow Step, Earthen Ring Farseer. Now, in my opinion, in this situation. And trade with a 2-3. And then conceal. I think anything else makes no sense. That wasn't the optimum play for Elia.
No. It wasn't. Well, he forces him to use 5 mana again. That's at least one thing.
So he healed himself up hardcore. He's on 12. What do we have? We got only 6, 10.
Well,
That's gonna
he
be
played it too late.
Yeah.
He could have prep shift. That would have been good, but no. Well, GG.
Oh, he could.
I mean, he's not dying now, but
yeah, he's dead now. He couldn't play. He wasted too much time. He couldn't even play his Earthen Ring Farseer.
he's not dead.
But that's 6, 10 damage. Oh no, he's short. I'm sorry.
1 mana short.
Yeah, I was like, what are you talking about, you lying fool? Well, he brings him down to 2. That would have been so good. He could have played the Earthen Ring and Conceal. That wouldn't happen. He had enough.
And he could have prepped shift.
Yeah. Oh, and then next turn he would have had Leroy plus the Arcane Golem. Wow.
10 damage.
That hurt so much.
Or even
And so
Leroy, Fan of Knives.
he can shift down 1 minion. He can SI7.
Doesn't matter. Swipe to the face. It's
Okay,
over.
he can survive at least. So he can SI7 agent and shift to, like, out of his point of view. He can survive this. That would prep shift. Prep shift, SI7 agent, and then sap the 2-2. Now, then
he can actually... No, you can't.
Now he would stay alive. With his second prep, the second prep is exactly what he needed. And if he saps now, he will stay alive. Wow, that was really nice getting those 2 preparations. But imagine he would have had the Auctioneer out still.
Before... No, it's not a Force of Nature, but still.
It would have been possible to win still with the additional card draw, with the damage on the board.
Would you go for 1 damage rest now?
Yeah. And
Draw your other Druid of the Claw.
I think
win.
I would just go for the 1 damage rest. Just you get so many options in your deck to actually win the game. That feels okay. I'm just going the safe play, I would say.
Yeah, I mean he's on 30 HP.
But like, just imagine Elia played this correct. He could have done a lot of damage this turn now, and his board would be way bigger. So he
would be bigger.
He would have won if he played it faster. He would have won. He would have gotten the 2 more turns he needs, and the Auctioneer was 8 damage Auctioneer. So the last turn he would have actually done at least 8 damage, plus the minions on the board now. So, and then with the Arcane Golem, Leroy, and the amount of card draw he would have gotten, I think there was the option that he actually wins the game. Wow. That's sad if you actually see someone being able to win. But okay, Gnimsh played once too slow and couldn't put something out. Now eELIah did the same. So both players did one misplay where they didn't play fast enough. The board gets cleared, but it doesn't matter. Cloud9Gnimsh will win the game here.
Force of nature.
Really nice. He's going to go 2-1 for his team. So that's the first Cloud9 player actually winning this week versus the eEriness one. That was his second game and was a long one. I mean, it was like double the length of Strive Pros match.
If not even